dependent on power, or if they can no longer stay in their home. In addition, dialysis patients should be in contact with their centers to reinforce what the continuity plan is in the event that the dialysis center is not operational. And finally, don't forget your pets. Have an emergency preparedness plan for your pets should you need to evacuate to a location that does not allow pets. Thank you.
Thank you. From the Department of Aging, Deputy Director Laura Riley.
Hello. The Department of Aging today is preparing by calling our vulnerable clients in advance, making sure that they have all their plans in effect. As the storm continues, though, we would like to remind everyone, check on your neighbors, especially those who are seniors. They may not seem vulnerable in the first few days, but if this does go for a long duration, it's most important to be looking out for those individuals who may not have someone else to assist them, and our staff will be ready to assist once things get underway. Thank you.
Thank you. From the Baltimore County Public Schools, the Executive Director for Safety and Security, Dale Ronzon.
Good afternoon. Baltimore County Public School System has been preparing for this event for the last 2 days. Today, all principals and staff received information on how to prepare for this event and secure their facilities and schools. Our representatives to the EOC are ready and aware of their responsibilities to work as part of the county team. Our transportation department is ready to provide buses if needed for evacuation purposes, as we have done in the past. Our operations department is ready to open schools to establish shelters if they are required. We would like to remind our students and parents to make child care arrangements for next week in case the storm causes us to delay or close schools. Announcements on school closures and delays will be through our website and through the media outlets, both radio and television. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we're now going to hear from BGE, Rob Gould, Vice President.
So as the County Executive said, we appreciate the partnership and the collaboration. Ken DeFontis, our President, has been in contact with the County Executive, and we are committed to that partnership throughout the event. Make no mistake about it, this is a very serious event. There is the real belief that this storm could actually be worse than what we saw with Hurricane Isabel and with Hurricane Irene. And so that's a pretty dire prediction if that comes true. To give you a sense of what we're doing at this point from a customer perspective, some of you have already received it. We've taken the step of putting together a robocall to each of our 1.2 million customers. That has started today. It'll probably carry into tomorrow, just alerting our customers of what's coming and to take this seriously and to prepare. We're also reaching out starting yesterday, today, and tomorrow with a similar robocall to all of our special needs customers to alert them of the challenges. And just like the county executive said, there are customers who are dependent upon electricity for their medical needs. And they need to take special care, and if they're family members, to plan for that now. From an operational perspective, we have put the call out for 2,000 out-of-state utility workers. The challenge that we're facing with this is that, just like the derecho, and in some respects, the storm is moving its way up the East Coast. All the utilities south of us are holding their crews until they know what's going to happen. And then you have the dynamic of the western utilities, because this could have a snow potential on the back end. So you've got western utilities in other states that are holding, as well as the northeast. So when you count that up, we're going to have several thousand folks that will be into the game. And then also, to give you a perspective, we will be opening up 4 staging facilities. These are the locations where the utility workers are housed during the event in terms of their feeding, their clothing, and things of that nature. We're looking at Ripken Stadium, M&T Bank Stadium, BWI, and here in Baltimore County at Timonium Fairgrounds. So a lot of activity is ongoing. We will be mobilizing our storm center, or activating our storm center, on Sunday. But make no mistake about it, this is a very serious event, and we're taking it very seriously as such. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
All right, I do want to thank everyone for being here, and we're also joined by County Councilman Todd Huff. Thank you for being here as well. And at this point, we'll open up to any questions.
I have a question for Rob. If you reached out to several thousand, do you have any commitments? What's that number so far?
We've got a commitment of about between 500 to 800 at this point, from as far away as New Mexico, Louisiana, Texas, Oklahoma, Georgia. So these crews will be literally en route to us. The goal is obviously to have as many as you can have in place before the storm hits. So can't give you an exact count. Our staging area at BWI will be opening tomorrow. So we would expect that crews will start populating that area tomorrow. But we're going to continue to put the call out. And as the storm would progress up, you would hope that some of those utility workers to the south that are being held would be freed up.
Just really quickly, I don't want to conflict on answers, but we spoke with Jerry Schmidt at BG&E. He said there were about 2,000 crews out of state that are prepared. So is it?
It's 2,000 full-time employees or 2,000 employees, so not crews. We are making the request for 2,000 utility workers. So in utility parlance, crews are different. Crews could be 1 or 2 people make up, or 1 to 2 people make up a crew. But it's 2,000 utility workers, plus we've got 3,000 people at BGE, plus we have another probably upwards of 1,500 that will be in the game as far as contractors, tree crews, and the like. So you're talking about a significant number. To put in perspective, we had almost 5,000 utility workers in the game for the entire restoration during the derecho.
County Commissioner, early voting starts tomorrow. Is that something that you all need to keep an eye on, or whether the facilities are going to be open, or is that a state function?
It's an obligation under state law, although they are, some are county-operated facilities. I think Towson University is one that's a state facility. So obviously we're not going to endanger people if the weather conditions don't allow us to do that. But we'll be in contact with the State Board of Elections to coordinate the response. Everyone should start voting right away. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you all very much. Let's hope for the best.